Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here with episode 4 of Sevtech Ages, and today we're going to be focusing on trying to get a little bit deeper into the tech tree, finding what we have available to us. First step along that way, we need to get some birch bark. We're going to need a total of 27, and I'm using a button that rapidly spams my mouse left click to make that happen. And we need to grind this into resin, because with resin and our bark, I guess we needed half that much. That's fine, whatever. With ground resin and bark, ground resin, dried hide, and a fluid bladder, we get wet tanned hide. There we go. And the wet tanned hide will be able to dry into leather. I believe we could also make tanned leather gear. However, I think the regular leather gear is actually superior. Let's find out. I'm gonna do a search on leather. Hat 1111331112. Yeah, so they're identical. Basically, it lets you make armor without bothering waiting for the drying time, which is not insignificant. The wet tanned hide requires 2 minutes to dry, which, I mean, it's not forever, but it's also not instant. So this is definitely a bit of manual labor. However, we should be relatively soon unlocking some options that will undo some of this manual labor, give us options that don't require us to do it all by hand, at least not nearly as much by hand. Need more bone. I think we're also going to need to be going adventuring, because we need more bone meal for the size of farm that I want, and I definitely want a significant farm. We require said farm if we want to be able to start maxing out any of these nutrient lines, and they're all starting to get relatively low, and I'm worried that if they get too low, I'm going to start dealing with some form of debuff from the fact that they are just, I'm starving for vegetables or something. That can happen in real life, and I like that this pack has that as built into it, but it would also be very annoying if I got to that point before I have a decent farm set up, because it might end up being really hard to undo. I'm going to set up our barrels right there, and once it rains again, those will all fill up. That'll be nice. Let's see if we can move fluid into the barrels. That might be an option with the bladders. It is! We can go ahead and store up our water from our farm area there. Really? Really? Be thankful for the rain, do not complain. We're good. We're good. We're good. Anyway. That's just so typical, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna get this leather together so that we can set our spawn point before we go adventuring looking for more bone. We'll make a stop in the village and see what the villagers have to offer us, but I don't expect us to be able to find much in the way of wonderful at this stage of the game. Oh, I need to get real leather. You know what? Here, there's a couple of other advancements that we can get real quick. There we go. We have a sharp bone. Now we can craft a spear. Let's check out the spear. Deals plus 10 damage to mobs smaller than a block. Oh, that's pretty sweet. That's actually pretty, it is a fantastic, okay, so we can make a spear with 2 sticks and a flaked flint. That makes it, words hard. That makes it actually a very wonderful fishing tool, because it can kill basically any fish with one hit. Yay! And we get spearfishing because we already had some raw fish, or maybe we have some cooked fish. Anyway, I've picked it up before and it counted now. I should do the Stone Age one real quick since I've got the materials on hand, and we can just toss those. I don't know. Maybe we'll just hang the pickup somewhere for now. No, not dried. We've already got the... There we go. And yeah, I'm gonna get this, get this hide finished tanning, and I'm gonna get set up for the journey. And once we have our leather, then I'll be back. And there we go. Our first little bit of leather, all ready for us, and all of the rest good to go. Now, we'll be able to make leads to be able to start herding animals. We can apparently make the rattle, flute, and drum for totemic ceremonies. Definitely interested in getting into that soon. The sleeping mat, which will let you sleep on the go. Set the correct mode for whether or not you'd like to set your spawn while sleeping. That I didn't know was an option. I thought that it wouldn't be able to set the spawn. And once we get the totemic going, we'll be able to summon buffalo, which will be pretty cool. And once we've got a lead and can capture a horse, then we can start doing... we no longer have to do everything by hand. We can employ horsepower, literal horsepower. For now, the thing that I'm most interested in, though, is the teepee to be able to set my spawn here, and that requires 5 leather. So we've got 3, and now it's just another minute or 2 before we get the next bit. And also, if I want that sleeping mat... there we go. I'm going to need to get some thatch going. So I'm going to need to go collect some of those rushes that I was talking about. So let's take a visit to the... hang on. I can't really easily tell what time of day it is because it's so wet and rainy. Yeah, let's take a visit to the village. I'm sure we've got plenty of time, and we can collect some of those rushes from the edges of the river. And as you can see, because we are in Age 0, the village has relatively little to offer us. You can already see that, for example, the area that we would normally find a farm, no farm there. And I don't know if there'll be a farm later, but there's no farm now. And now's kind of when I need the farm. There we go. As you can see, rush tips, blooming rush tips, rush stems, all turns into fresh thatching, which turns into wet thatch. And I'm going to need at least 3 of this wet thatch to be able to make the sleeping mat, which will allow me to reset my spawn on the go, which is an awesome bonus that I did not know it could do. I thought it would just let me, I don't know, sleep and make it daytime or something. Fantastic. So we'll throw those in the kiln to make them go faster. And I believe that these seeds we can get whenever the rush is blooming on the tip, and you can also probably just trim the tip and let it regrow. I'm not 100% certain on that, though. You know what? Let me not leave you questioning. I'm going to look up the rush from Primal Core, and I will give you guaranteed information so you know for certain whether you can trim the tip and come back. Unfortunately, that was a relatively pointless endeavor, as I was not able to find the details that we would have wanted on the Primal Core, Primal Core? Yeah, Primal Core wiki. It was remarkably detail light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it as a bit of a test. We're going to trim these rushes down 1, and we're going to leave them that way, and we're going to come back later and see what we can see. Oh. And it looks like we got a couple of rush seeds to be able to take back to base and put down. Might take back some of them berries too sometime. Start collecting berry bushes and get myself a wild berry farm. Hello, you are a Fletcher. You will I can trade flaked flint point for string. White fleece for a fire bow. Right click to light torches. Consume sticks. That's nice. What else do we have? You are a fisherman. You'll let me trade fish for things I need to be stage 2 to get. Fantastic. That ain't happening. Ooh, horses. Good. Good, we need some of them. We're going to want a small handful of horses, most likely, for the long term. You are a shepherd. You'll let me turn fleece into string at a better rate than normal, I believe. No, actually, at a worse rate than normal. 3 fleece for 6 string? That's not useful. You'll let me trade something I can't get until stage 1 for a better work blade. You'll let me trade for leads. You'll let me trade a bolt of leather for stage 2 iron shears. Oh man, if we can't use iron shears until stage 2, we might have quite a bit of work ahead of us before we even get into the, like, regular Minecraft level of tech. That's okay. I'm looking forward to it. You are another shepherd. You are a farmer. 8 bone meal for 1 farmland. That sounds like a terrible idea. Poppies for orange tulips. Orange for orange, orange for orange. Bone meal for an apple seed. See, now that's tempting if I had the 16 bone meal. Ooh, and I can get cotton seeds and grape seeds with baked carrots and baked potatoes. That is definitely something I want to do. As well as tomato seeds for bread. Yeah, we'll be back to buy some better seeds from the farmer. For certain. Oh, and it's starting to get dark. Okay, so we're gonna head back to base, and I'm gonna spend some more time getting the leather together, so that and dry out that thatch in the kilns. And then come morning, we might set off on an adventure to try to find more bone, because I know that there are bone blocks that can spawn in the world, and those bone blocks grind down for 9 bone meal at a time. And honestly, if that ends up not working out for me, maybe I'll just instead focus on trying to kill things in the... Oh. Do you only work when I throw it for the extra damage? Seems that way, huh? Okay, well, let's try it on the next one. And hold. And fire. I missed. And now I'm short. Nope. Now I'm short 1 spear. Okay, so spear fishing, harder than it looks. I think I'll make a new one, and rather than try to recover that from the bottom of the riverbed. Okay, back soon. All right, here we go. We've got thatch and leather, and we should be able to pound that together into a sleeping mat. Or not. Oh, because we need thin thatch slabs, which means we need to chop this thatch down first. Yep, I knew that. So many steps. There we go. Fantastic. 1 sleeping mat. Bed boys, bed boys. Trying to sleep. Sneak to cancel. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. We have weakness and mining fatigue, I think caused by, I don't know if it was caused... Ooh. This has a, right-click to toggle spawn point. Oh, wow. In your inventory. That's not something I'm used to. And yeah, it looks like we got that for sleeping. Okay, no problem. We can avoid sleeping in dicier situations and not have to worry about accidentally nerfing ourselves while we're out in the field. But for a more long-term solution, we're going to build ourselves a teepee for home. And those use sticks and leather. Stick, stick, stick. Stick. Leather, 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 leather. Fantastic. Finally, a bed. Check that out. We'll set it up right. How much room do you use? I have no idea how big this teepee is going to be. It's like a fancy bed. That's all it's telling me. Well, let's go ahead and expand our front lawn. Try to use it in the middle of this 5x5. No, it's not letting me right-click it anywhere. Oh, there we go. Maybe I was too close to what I was trying to right-click? I have no idea, but it's gargantuan. And fragile. And still existent. Hang on. Teepee seems slightly buggy, but that's totemic for you, right? Not that it's always slightly buggy, but that it is an in-progress mod, or was. I don't know if it's still actively being worked on. I know there was some controversy with it back when. Okay, Teepee still exists. Well, here, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna fill in underneath it and call it good, and come back at night and see what we can do as far as trying to sleep in our teepee. You can only sleep at night. Okay. Okay, and I can break it down if I'm punching at the right spot. Looks like it takes up a 3x3 and that I can walk into it without problem. And even climb, and not climb onto it from the sides. All right, so it just wanted me to restart. Everything's good now. Yeah, we're good. Excellent. Okay, so I don't think that I want to be, well, we'll find out. We might be resetting our spawn point as we go. We might not. And I think I'm gonna take some... You know what, I want to be planting my carrots, and I want to be replanting everything still. I don't have enough stuff to want to be setting it down in the world yet. Ooh, let's cook up our salmon. Toss you on the grill. Let's wear our shield. I seem to have misplaced my armor. That's unfortunate. I guess I can make myself some leather armor. I don't know how I ended up losing my armor, but I mean, I'm sure it just happened somewhere along the line. No big deal. Hang on, actually salt should go into the minerals chest, shouldn't it? Yeah. And I definitely want to bring some... Can I re-block you? No, I cannot. Darn. Definitely want to bring some flint and some cobble and some flaked flint with me. I think I can repair with flaked flint. Yes, I can. You cannot repair with regular flint, because who knows when I'm going to have a chance to repair everything. You know what? I think I'm going to use up the flint pickaxe. We'll just carry the flaked flint for repairing my work blade and shears and hatchet. Or actually, you know what? I'd rather use the flint pickaxe than the stone one, wouldn't I? Because the flint one is the same mining level and is 20% faster, even if it is lower durability. I made myself a little hole over here to start digging down and get some more cobblestone because I thought I'd need it. So cobblestone to repair my axe, which is also my primary weapon, so let's go ahead and get that repaired earliest. Organizing with Mentat. We'll carry a shovel, we'll carry all of the basic tools with us. You are 5 damage, 9 damage. I really like the 9 damage. It's good. And 15 leather so far. That it would eat all of my leather to make a set of armor, but the chest plate is the part that provides the most protection, so I don't mind spending half of my leather on that. Though 3 for 8, 1 for 4. Yeah, okay, it is a better ratio to make the larger pieces. There we are. 1 leather tunic. Yay, we have some armor at all. That's as good as it's gonna get for us, I think. Any armor at all. That's okay. We've got leather hidden here. I'm going to right-click the... Oh, you know what? I'm going to wait for evening and set my spawn point here before we go out. because it might hit nighttime and then we might not be able to sleep that night. Final preparation before we set off, we are going to finally upgrade our crude wooden shield into a proper stone-braced shield. I don't know if that means it's going to change the repair material on that, but oh well. Let's not worry ourselves about that. We've got far bigger problems to deal with on our way. So, we'll catch a nap in our fancy new teepee. Woohoo! Yeah, oof. Slightly buggy. That's okay. And I think we're going to go explore the coastline in that direction, so we have a good idea of... Oh, you know what? Here's an idea that I just thought of. We've got string now. Remember that, me whinging about no string for boats? Yeah. I wonder if I can use these stripped logs to make a boat. Let's find out. Build like that and you can get a raft. Nope, we're gonna need the regular kind. Okay. No, I'm still going to want to leave those here and chop down a birch tree, which I no longer have growing here. You know what? Forget it. Part of our house can be part of the boat. I've had enough delays. We're going to get this show on the road. We're already 20 minutes into this episode, and I'm supposed to be doing some exploration today. Fantastic. Boom. We has a Birch Log Raft. Just a raft. A Tom Hanks style boat. Bam. And I'm going to leave behind my string and pack the rice away. Turn that into, oops, rice seeds. Pack that away. And pack away the rush tips. We'll be picking up more while we're out if we're at all lucky. Fantastic. Boat, boat, boat. We get to move much faster with a boat. I wonder, how much leather does it cost to make a saddle? Only 3, oh. A total of 4 leather for a saddle. So we can tame a horse and start putting it to use in terms of like something to ride pretty easily. But for now, we're just gonna boat our way around and see what the shoreline holds. Lots of horses, more village, weird spot, oh, dark land out in the middle of the river. That might be the place to go to try to fight those shadow monsters, because there won't be as many of them. A couple of cool little bays and culverts. Nothing too exciting so far. Coffee. Squids. Oh, wow. This whole thing loops right around. Is this all part of the same birch forest thing? Ooh, hey, look at all them wolves. Yeah, let's kill some wolves, huh? Come here, you. Yeah, that's right, you see me. Whack. I hit you with a rock. And you run away? Where'd they go? There's one. I don't think that my computer likes me recording and generating new terrain and fighting monsters. Well, it's just gonna have to deal. Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot of them. There's one. Stop spamming the button. This is not 1.7. Ow. Need to eat. You gotta be so close range for the axe to actually hit. There we go. In and out and in and out and in and out. Yeah, when they take a hit, they run away for a minute. There's one. Ah, so hard to hit when things are laggy like this. There we go. Finally starting to thin the pack. Fantastic. Excellent. 8 wolf pelt. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and make some immediate use of that, huh? Since we can easily make a work stump anywhere, we can pretty easily craft anywhere. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna make ourselves the... Oh, you know what? We have a leather chest. We should make the hat and the boots, shouldn't we? Because we've got the materials for both. That would be the smart thing to do. There. I'm looking forward to getting the full wolf set, as it is slightly superior to leather. We'll take this with us. Back to the boat. Yeah, this looks like it loops right around, and that the dark biome, the Darklands, is just kind of its own little island with the river surrounding it. In a loop with birch forest nearby. Hey, I'm happy. Wild dogs don't spawn don't seem to spawn in birch forest or Darkland. And we get plenty of steppes wolves here to work on our wolf armor set. How are we doing? 3 pelts. Not enough. Need more wolf pelt. Adventure. Ooh, that looks interesting. It's also way up that mountain. And if it's anything dangerous, I won't be able to do much about it. Ooh, chickens. Hey, I like some feathers and some eggs for free. I don't know if I can turn eggs into chickens, though. That seems unlikely. We're gonna visit this village real quick. You... Fletcher. Same idea. Fletcher. Yep. Nothing exciting from you two. And all of the other buildings are up a mountain. Sorry, village. You got owned by Terrain Gen a bit, didn't you? So, sucks to be you. Bye, villagers. Well, we can't go that way very easily. Check this island out. Hey, there's an interesting new biome. Is that like a cherry grove or something? Those look like they might be cherry trees. There's acacias around. Is that a rubber tree from IC2? Might be. Could just be a tall spruce. Like a mangrove swamp or something here, isn't it? That's cool. And a whole bunch of berries that tried to spawn and then got washed away, it seems. I like exploring by boat. It's very relaxing. You know, I'd expect more rushes in this kind of a swampy terrain. Thought I saw something interesting a bit on the interior. Let's go check it out. What the heck? Nope. Lesser Shoggoth? Nope, 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 nope. Not okay. Well, now we know what those stepped-looking things were. Hello, pigs. You're not pigs, you're anti-pigs. What the heck biome am I in? Is this an anti-biome? Oakwood, okay. Oak saplings. I don't recognize this at all. Iron rendering block. Oh, better foliage. That's fine. I got free grape seeds. Cool. I don't know why I'm getting grape seeds. It's almost like they came from... Ooh, check that out. Yeah, all of the colors here are just weird. I don't recognize this at all. But, definitely a good find. Pumpkin. Yay! Which means we can get pumpkin seeds. And we'll be able to grow some pumpkin at home. But more importantly, ooh, this looks like rushes. Neat. I'm a little concerned about what sort of monsters spawn around here. More importantly than the pumpkins that we get to grow at home, we'll be able to make pumpkin pie. Alright, so flour, flour. We'll take the wild berry back with us because we can set up a wild berry patch for some fruit. We can toss the work stump and the crafting rock for now. A couple of regular zombies coming at me. I can deal with them. Flour. Get rid of the flesh. Right click that and have a nap. Make it morning so then I don't have to deal with monster spawns. It's why we crafted this after all. Well, we can chop through the rush a lot faster with... Oh, but that's like... Not... That's... Not harvesting the whole plant, is it? Yeah. So we're doing it by hand. It's just dropping the one block. I guess we could shear the tops off. Mushrooms are going to be useful once I set up a thing to cook the keep a bunch of these. They are going to be some fantastic food options. Mushroom omelets, those are cool. Mushroom pie, wow, 3.4% for protein and vegetable for 2 mushrooms, a sugar, and an egg. Gotta get my hands on sugar first though, don't I? Congealed mushroom, ew. Okay, we can make sugar with the grindstone. We just gotta figure out how to grow sugar. And that's on me for doing some research, I think. Whew, okay. Looks like we are 5 minutes past time because I'm great at keeping myself to that 30-minute mark. Thanks for joining me, folks. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If so, leave me a thumbs up. Tell me what you liked. If not, leave me a thumbs down. Tell me what you didn't, what you'd like to see me do better. Either way, you want to see more of this, please click subscribe. And if you want to make sure you hear about those subscriptions, you got to click that little bell to make sure that you get a notification when I put a new video up. Otherwise, YouTube might not let you know that there's a new video up. Next time, we're going to be continuing to explore and extract resources from the world. Hello, creeper. There we go. One more dead creeper. Those are the best kind of creepers. Yeah, I think that's just going to be our next few episodes, is going to be exploring and seeing what we can find. And there we go. Cut that down into there. We got a lot of thatch now, which is good because I'm going to need a bunch of it if I want a thatch roof, and I do. But yeah, that's going to be another episode, maybe 2, of exploring before I am able to see these comments, because all of this has happened on my first day of recording this. I haven't seen any of the comments that I've asked for since the beginning of the series yet, just because that's the nature of YouTube. You are always working on a long time lag. Okay, so there's no... Ooh, cotton. Check that out. And we're going to be doing more exploring. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me. See you next time.